Hi guys, so we're going to work through some Pilates exercises. Work where you feel comfortable. If you've got knee problems, back problems, then listen to the options that I'm going to give you. I'm going to work from a beginner level right through to a more advanced level, so hopefully there's something there for everybody. Remember, core muscles, neutral spine, everything works together. So I'll get you in that standing position first, then we'll mobilise a little bit to get the body ready to work, and then we'll come down on the floor to do the work. Work when you're comfortable, standing nice and upright, toes and knees point forwards, shoulders down and relaxed. Nice lengthened upright posture, making sure you've got an even distribution of body weight across both feet. You don't feel like you're leaning forwards or backwards, you're lengthened, your body weight is central. From here we need to find your neutral spine. So all you're doing is tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. You're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable. You're finding that natural lordotic curve. You've got that line coming from the head all the way down to the heels. Once you've got your neutral spine, we need to find and engage the core muscles. So your pelvic floor, that's the muscle from within, the one you'd use to stop mid-flow. Imagine that muscle is attached to a lift, and I want you to draw that muscle up from within to floor number 10. So you're going up as far as you can. It's uncomfortable and you wouldn't be able to maintain it for long. So you're going to take it down to floor 5 and then down to floor 3 where you're going to leave it. So there's minor engagement of the core muscles. Then you're going to imagine that you've got a belt around your middle with 10 notches on your belt. You're going to pull that into notch number 10 so it's as tight as it'll go, out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and leave it there. So you know you're holding. You can feel some tightness around the centre of the body, but not too much. You can work with it. So core muscles are in place, neutral spine is in place. Last thing is your breathing. So this is called lateral thoracic breathing. Breathing from your rib cage. Hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. We take a deep breath in, hands part, and release. Deep breath in, relax the arms down and just begin to pedal through your feet side to side, raising up an alternating heel, allowing your shoulders to rotate one way and the other way. Lovely. Place the feet down, lift up onto the toes, lengthen the body and release. Lift up, lengthen and release. Good. So just step the legs out, make sure they don't slip, and then just ease from side to side. Just bring one arm forwards and round, mobilise around the shoulder, through the leg, and change arms. Try not to lean over for me, stay central. Good. And then holding it in the middle, feet slightly closer, one arm up and over, up to the middle, and change sides. Up to the middle, lengthen through your waist. Last one here, lateral flexion. Good. And then coming into the centre, feet hips distance, one arm comes forwards, one arm goes backwards. Start to look over the shoulder to follow the hand. And then gradually make it a little bit bigger, but try and keep the hips fixed. Don't allow the hips to rotate all the way through. And then coming into the centre, release. Standing towards the back of your mat or whatever it is you're going to roll down onto. Breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out and gently roll down towards the floor. Soften your knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, begin to gently roll up through the spine. Rebuild your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down. At your lowest point, allow those arms to hang and relax. Then when you're ready, breathe in. As you breathe out, begin to gently roll up through the back. As you reach the top, relax the shoulders. So we roll down this time and we make our way down on the floor, ready to start our first exercise. So breathe in, gently breathe out and roll down. At your lowest point, walk your hands forwards and down, lowering your knees to the floor. Back is nice and flat. You haven't got too much weight coming forwards or backwards. Your body weight is even. Hands, shoulders distance apart. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, push one leg back. And then breathe in and drag it back in. Breathe out, push the other leg back, straight out behind you along the floor, and then just drag it back in. So at level 1, you're just extending and retracting one leg, sliding it out along the floor and drawing it back in. At level 2, you're lengthening and raising, and then lowering, toes touch down, and then drag the leg back in. Now we are alternating from one side to the other. If you lift your leg, it's got to be fully extended before it comes up. Touch down at the furthest point and then draw it in. Next level, slide the opposite hand out along the floor. Leg comes back in, arm comes back in. And then your final option, push the opposite arm out and then raise at the same time as the leg. Touch the fingers and toes down, draw it back in. Breathe out, push away, extend, lift up, breathe into lower, and return. Keep going for me. I want you to make sure that your core muscles, your tummy muscles are tightened. You've got that tightened corset feeling around the body. As you alternate from one leg to the other, you're not allowing your hips to drop. You're maintaining that nice flat neutral spine. Core muscles are zipped up, pulled in and in place. I'm just going to ask you please for one more on each side. So this is your swimming. When you've done your 2, you're gently going to allow yourself to lower down and prop yourself up on your forearms and elbows. Now, once you've got the hang of it, you need to keep your head nice and still. So you're looking down between the wrists, you're drawing the pelvis up and holding. Look down between the wrists, breathe and hold. Next level, knees are coming up. What I don't want you to do is have your bottom in the air. Bum stays down, nice straight line. Next level, so level 3, make sure your hands don't slide, guys. You're coming all the way up. Hold and breathe. Pull up through the belly button. It should feel like I'm pulling your belly button up through your spine. Tightening around the center of your body. Deep, full breaths. So I'm going to ask you, this is your leg pull. I'm going to ask you please for 3 more breaths. If you begin to shake or wobble, it's a sign of muscle fatigue. So just rest and then join back in when you're ready. Otherwise, once you've done those 3, you're going to carefully lower all the way down. And we're going to fully extend our arms and our legs. So this is also swimming, which is the exercise we just done where we slide the leg out. But this time we're laying on our front. Arms and legs fully extended. Point your fingers away, point the toes away. Head will be down once you've got the hang of it. Belly button drawn up, so core muscles are engaged. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, one arm and the opposite leg lift. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. So it's one arm and the opposite leg. Keep Keep them as straight as you can. Don't lift the leg and then bend it. You've got to have it as straight as possible. If it is too much, you can do just the legs on their own or just the arms on their own, okay? So the levels are there for you. So you're raising up, you're breathing out to lift, into lower. Imagine you've got an ice cube underneath your belly button. So you're drawing up through the core, breathing out to lift and into lower. So I'm going to ask you please for one more on each side. Once you've completed those two, you're going to slide the arms back, elbows under the shoulders, and come back into your leg pull. Level 1, knees down. Level 2, knees up. Level 3, up on those hands. Don't let the back dip or arch. Nice flat spine. Head and neck in line with the spine. Tighten into the core. Deep, full breaths. Don't hold your breath, guys. So in the leg pull, at your level, please complete 2 more breaths. Once you've completed the 2, you can gently lower down, and you're going to turn onto one side, either side, and you're going to lengthen out into a nice straight line. Resting the head down on the arm, point the toes, point the fingers, and this hand is there for your balance, okay? So core muscles in place. Breathe in. As you breathe out, both legs come up without rolling those hips. As soon as you lifted the legs, the obliques, the waist began to work, okay? So you're going to lift, lift, lower, lower. Top leg, bottom leg, top leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, top leg. As you breathe in, bottom leg. Breathe out, lower the bottom leg. Breathe in, lower the top leg. So it's going to come up, up. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe into lower. Up, up, down, down. And those core muscles are zipped up, pulled in and engaged. You're only lifting the legs as far as comfortable. Hand comes away at level 2. Arm can go over at level 3. Strengthen through the core. Keep that body lengthened and strong. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower, breathe in to lower. So that body is lengthened in a nice long line. I'm going to ask you, up, up, down, down is 1. And I'm asking for 1 more, please. And once you've completed that, keep those legs lifted and still. Do you need the hand there for balance? Could you take it away? So I'm going to ask you to keep your legs stuck together. You're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to just pulse the legs up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to breathe in and hold, and then you're going to breathe out and pulse up again. You're going to breathe in and hold, and then breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or as many as you can get from one single breath out. And you're just going to do 1 more. And once you've done that, legs can lower. And then if you need to give the hip a rub or anything, please do so. And then you're going to push yourself to sit. Once you're up, legs are bent, shoulders are down relaxed, core muscles are in. So you've got a nice long back, neutral spine in place. From here, I want you to breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, and lift up the legs. So, toes together, Knees are dropping out to the side. Now, if you can't balance or you feel like you're going to fall backwards, you can have your hands there for a bit of support. Also, another option, you can keep your toes in contact with the floor rather than having the legs raised. So this is called open leg rocker. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to lengthen one leg. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, lengthen the other leg. Breathe in to return. So open leg rocker, hands there for balance if you need them. Breathing out, extend one leg. Breathe in, return. Level 2, both legs go together. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. So that's your open leg part, okay? If you're gonna add the rocker, make sure you're able to roll backwards without hitting anything. You'll breathe in, you tilt, you roll, you kick, and then you breathe out to come up. Breathe in, and then come back up. When you come back up, you're coming back to the position where your feet are raised and your toes touch. So you've got mobility of the spine. Level 1, one leg at a time. Level 2, both legs together. Level 3, kick and roll. Open leg rocker. If you're doing one leg at a time, do one more on each leg for me, please. If you're doing both legs, you're just doing one more. Then you're going to replace those feet down. And you're going to carefully lower all the way down on your back and lengthen out your legs. Just take a moment to make sure you're comfortable. Lengthen the legs, point the toes away, arms are down by your side. So, this is called climb tree. This is strength and mobility for your back and for your tummy. You're also going to have a nice long stretch through the back of the thigh, through the hamstring. Your leg is now called a tree. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the legs. So you've got hold of your tree. Breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to walk your hands up your leg so your shoulders come up. Keep the chin off the chest. And then breathe in and lower down. Breathe in, leg comes up. Breathe out, walk up your leg. Breathe in and release. Don't just let the leg drop, control the lower all the way down. Leg comes up, hold it, breathe in, breathe out, walk up the leg as far as you can comfortably go, and then breathe in to lower. Breathe out, leg comes up, breathe in, hold, breathe out, walk up the leg. So with the here, only coming halfway up your tree is level 1. If you want to go further, you're coming up, this time you're going to breathe in, lower the leg an inch, and then when you breathe out, you may be able to come all the way up. Nice straight back, guys. And then when you gently release, lower, don't drop. So if you're going to come all the way up, make sure you're using an extra breath. Also, you've got to keep this other leg on the floor. When I teach this in class, I'll show you what a lot of people do, okay? They'll have this leg up, they'll try and come up, and as they're coming up, their other leg is coming off the floor. Don't do that. Keep this leg grounded, keep it down, okay? Core muscles zipped in. So on your climb tree, strength and mobility through your back, through your core. I'm going to ask you for one more on each leg, on each tree. And once you've completed those, you're going to bend your legs and just come into this base position on your back. So once you're in this position, you've got your legs bent, you've got your core muscles zipped up and pulled in. Shoulders down and relaxed, neutral spine, comfortable back, yes? Fingertips should be able to touch underneath the small of the back. So, breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to lift one leg into a right angle. Knee above the hip, ankle in line with the knee, the shin faces the ceiling. So we're going to make 3 different movements. Breathe in. As you breathe out, movement number 1, one leg stretch. Breathe in to return. Movement number 2, open the hip. Leg remains bent, leg comes out, and then comes back in. Movement number 3, scissor. Breathe out, touch the foot down, breathe in, lift. So one leg stretch, lengthen the leg like I've got hold of your toes. Always come back to right angle. Leg opens out, supporting knee is nice and still. Comes back in, remains bent, foot touches down. Don't move your knee, okay? Movement comes from the top of the leg through the hip flexor. If you want the next level, you can work with your other leg raised, but it's gonna stay still. Now, if any of those movements is particularly uncomfortable, if it hurts for the wrong reasons, not just because you're working, but because it's uncomfortable mobility-wise or anything like that, then just don't do that movement. Do the ones that are okay. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. So if you've got the other leg up, remember it's nice and still. If you want to go further still, you'll have the other leg raised, but you're also going to have your shoulders up, chin up off the chest. 3 different moves. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, open through the hip. Breathe in, return. Scissor, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, return. And I'd like you to make those 3 movements one more time of each at your level. Use your breathing so it's full, deep breaths, slow, controlled moves. Once you've completed those, if your upper body is raised, you'll need to lower it down. If you've got both legs lifted, the leg that didn't move comes back down. From here, allow that foot to carefully lower. Breathe in, breathe out, lift the other leg. Right angle. Remember, this is your start and finish position. Core muscles zipped up and in. Breathe in, breathe out. One leg stretch. I'm pulling your toes away. Lengthening through the middle of the body. Breathe in, return. You're keeping it bent. Breathe out to open through the hip. Breathe in to return. Keeping it bent, breathe out, touch the foot down. Breathe in, lift it back up. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. Keep it bent. Breathe out to open. Breathe in to return. Keep it bent, breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. So 3 separate movements. One leg stretch, lengthening through the core. Hip opener, opening up through the hip and through the lower back. And then scissor, working into the core. Good. Remember, if you want the next level, you've got both legs up. But this one leg is making all the movements. Other leg remains nice and still. Next level from there, upper body comes up. Always coming back to your start position. Always keeping this other leg nice and still. Deep, full breaths. Smooth, controlled movements. And I'm going to ask you, please, at your level, for one more of each movement. So 3 separate movements, one leg stretch, hip opener, and the scissor. Once you've done those 3, if you've got upper body up, that comes down. If you've got both legs up, the leg that didn't move comes down. Then when you're ready, replace that foot. If you want to take a long body stretch here, you're welcome to do so. And then when you're ready, you're going to turn onto your side, other side, yeah? Lengthen out the body, Rest the head down on the arm. Straight as possible, okay? Hips, knees, ankles all stacked. Point your toes away. Hand is there for balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift both legs without rolling forwards or backwards. Hand is there for balance. Breathe in. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lower. Up, up, down, down. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lower. So that leg has smooth, controlled movements. One leg moving at a time. Only coming up as far as comfortable for you. When you lower, they're not all the way to the floor. They started raised. Hand is there. If you don't need it, you're taking it away. Keep your legs as straight as possible. Next option is to take the arm all the way over. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lower. Up, up, down, down. Working down the outer thigh and the inner thigh. The obliques, the core, the lumbar spine. Well done. So that's 5 different muscle groups. Strengthen through the side of your body. And with your up, up, down, down, I'd like just one more repetition. You're just going to keep your legs lifted and still. Point the toes away. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and hold. So you're lifting and pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point the toes, getting right into your waist, guys. Hand is there if you need it. You're taking a deep, full breath in. So on that exhale, it's a nice long breath out. You're trying to get 5 little pulses. I'm going to ask you to do that one more time. Then you can allow those legs to carefully lower all the way down and give it a little rub if you need to. Well done. So from here you're just going to continue to bring yourselves round into a box position. So we're going to be making our way to stand. If you need to hold on to something, then move towards whatever it is, okay? Don't rush to stand because you've been on the floor for a while, so your blood pressure might have lowered, so we don't want to rush. From here, you're just going to walk back into a crouched position. Tuck the chin in. You're going to place your feet flat, and then when you're ready, you're going to slowly begin rolling up through your back, rebuilding the spine vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top, allowing the head and the neck to raise last, and allowing those shoulders to gently relax down. So I want you to come back into that position we started in, with a nice long neutral spine, with those core muscles engaged. And as you go about your day, just try and remember neutral spine, core muscles, okay? And then that way, they're working to keep the posture, your balance, to keep you nice and long without even thinking about it. Lift up onto your toes, make sure you're balanced, and release. Lift up onto your toes, balance, and release. One last time, come up onto the toes, close your eyes if you can. Are you nice and balanced? And release. Well done. So that's your Pilates. Feel free to try the other videos that we've got on our YouTube channel. We've also got some on our Facebook page. And take care, and I'll see you again soon. Well done.